All right, we do this every single Monday after the game on Sunday. C.J. Stroud's grade. What did you grade C.J. Stroud at yesterday? 713-572-4610. YouTube and Twitch, you can jump in on that. C.J. Stroud, 22 of 29, 260, 3 touchdowns, no picks, quarterback rating of 137.1. Your grade, Clint. I know you were really impressed by what you saw.
Yeah, I was really impressed. I gave him an A. I don't think you could have done any more. The only thing that could have made this performance better is if the game ever got tight, and he was one of those Superman moments that we saw him do, early in his career a few times here. I mean, I reserve the A-pluses for those kind of outings. I mean, this was a game that was never close, but part of the reason it wasn't close is because from jump, C.J. Stroud was dealing. I mean, the first tight window throw to Nico Collins on the long touchdown. I think he made even a couple of the incompletions were really good throws, great placement on balls. He spread the ball around to a lot of different players. Him and Dalton Schultz, the chemistry has obviously been there for a long time, but it looks like even at a higher clip right now. I think he's feeling things in the pocket and moving really well. He's getting through his progressions quick and checking the football down, staying out of trouble. And really, like I said before, this is a game where the only way this is even a game, whether you viewed it that way from the beginning or you looked up and it was 17-0, you go, okay, what kind of brand of quarterback do you want to play the rest of the way? The only way that the Cardinals would have gotten back into it was if ultimately the offense messed the bed or the quarterback all of a sudden started turning the football over, taking a bunch of risks, sack, fumbles, things of that nature. And so he obviously was aware in the moment and handled his business. So I got to give C.J. Stroud an A for what he did yesterday. It was really impressive.
Ray coming in with a B. Champ Slice gives him an A. Text line, solid B+. Text line also saying, sounded like old buddy was listening to, Dave was listening to Janet Jackson is what that sounded like. Let's go back and listen. I know Tyler has a look in his eye. I'm not sure. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't catch it. It was so quick on him. Sound like maybe a little Janet Jackson. Shout out to Janet. Courtney told me her dad took her. That was her first concert. Velvet Rope tour.
Really?
Dad felt like her dad wanted to go more for himself. That was when Janet used to bring people up on the stage. I don't know if anybody out there remembers that. Anyway, Derwin, CJ, and A. I want to. When I first looked at it, Clint, I wanted to say, man, this might be the best game CJ has played. We talk about opponent and everything. I'm in between A-, B+. I want to go A- because no turnovers and the 3 touchdowns. But I got to put some of that on the leader of the offense, which he is on the field, that they're kicking 5 field goals. I don't love that. And they still are having pre-snap, procedural, weird, didn't check in to the official stuff that's taken away big plays or setting it back. Like Nico Collins, hell, they had put the graphic up and everything in the stadium that he'd gone over 1,000 yards and missed a big play there. Hell, CJ may have been over 300 yards in this game. And I'm not saying it's completely him. Blake Fisher doesn't check in, I guess, well enough. But that is still becoming a deal. They're having too many of this. I think somebody lined up offsides again yesterday, where they're just having too many of those penalties, and him being the leader of the offense out there is just dings for me. So kind of him being the leader of the offense, and not just on him, but kicking 5 field goals in the game. And many of them inside of the red zone, and then just the weird penalties that they're starting to have, many of it pre-snap, that's costing them yards that they've got to. We keep hearing that every week. We gotta figure that out. They've got to clean that up some. So that's why I go A-, or it looked like a damn near A+ type of performance.
Yeah, man. I got I just. It was one of those outings where, boy, you can just, now I don't know if it's real or not, but you can see growth. You know what I mean? Like it's Arizona. They were obviously a rough defense, But man, you can just see growth in how he's handling this offense in particular. And so that's just a huge plus, man. And then you look at the box score was solid. The scoreboard was off the charts. So, yeah, man, it was a good one for CJ.
Yeah, how much I guess I want to kind of get there. So I see some other people, B-, too many field goals. CJ had the runner, loved the CJ run or late pass for touchdowns. Texans still have concerning issues being able to score touchdowns in the red zone. Ding them for some points there. How much of that do you lay at his feet? The issues in the red zone, the issues with just shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, I mean, not all of it. I mean, yeah. I think you're either coaching or you're allowing it, but I do think that there is there's the communication piece that we've harped a lot on is, we've always viewed it as like, oh, we're pointing out the mic and pointing out the pressure and sliding it this way or sliding it that way. And a big part of it is, as I said last week, is to be able to spit out and communicate the offense in a consumable way in the huddle when there's not a lot of noise. I mean, when there's a lot of noise and I think that could be a problem that's really slowing them down in the red zone because plays get kind of wordy down there in a sense of how you want to move guys around. They're not able to just line up and go, hey, man, we're going to run power. We're going to run short yardage, goal line power right behind Trent Brown. They're just not able to do that. So I do wonder if the amount that they're asking C.J. Stroud to communicate in the huddle or in the moment may be a little bit extensive. So,
yep.
But again, I said last week, that's not a C.J. Stroud problem. That's a Nick Caley, C.J. They got to find a sweet spot. They got to find what they can execute and get communicated and make sure they're getting out of the huddle early enough.
Yeah, text line coming in. B-, too many field goals again. It's hard for me to go over a B when you're playing a team as bad as the Cardinals and you have to settle for 5 field goals. I told you I thought it was too many field goals, but the opponent, there's a part of it, but Clint, you go out there and especially where this offense has been, to put together that type of performance and many times looking the way they did, to be able to hit plays and to be able to do things. Really, like right now with this offense and some of their struggles, like the opponent to me is, I'm not about to just completely throw that in the trash. It's not like this offense is just like a juggernaut where you have these certain expectations. I mean, yeah, the Cardinals are a struggle, but I mean, let's just be honest, man. How many of y'all had them getting 40 in the game?
I did not.
Right? Like, I mean, they kicked 5 field goals, but 5 field goals don't get you 40. They got. He threw 3 touchdown passes, even if it was against the Cardinals. So, I can't get over a B. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Text line coming in, just win, baby. Field goals are part of the game. Yeah, yeah, and many times with this defense, that can probably potentially be enough. But you just don't want to. You don't want to live on that. Again, big performance though. 260, 3 touchdowns, no picks. You'll take that all day long in a game from your quarterback, C.J. Stroud. A's over here for the most part.